in essence, it's based on our intentions and our motivation. If our intentions are wholesome, as I've been describing, then it will generally lead to pleasant things happening in the future. If our intentions are unwholesome, then it will generally lead to unpleasant things happening in the future. And there's a certain correlation between the types of intentions and the things we get back. For example, if we're really kind and nice to other people, they tend to be kind and nice back to us. We tend to get it. And it's not necessarily the same people. If we tend to be very generous and giving, then life or other people tend to be very generous with us. Right? Things tend to come more easily. Right? And it's not the reason why we try to be generous in order that other people or give things back to us, but there is a certain tendency towards the type of intentions that we have. There will be a similar result coming in the future. So it's essentially based on states of mind. It's not directly associated with what we say or what we do, but in almost all cases what we say or what we do is based on a mental state first. Right? There's the intention, and then there's maybe thoughts, and then that leads to saying something, or leads to doing something. Right? But it's really the essence, the essence of the law of karma is the intention. Right? So that's why two people might do the same thing, but their intention is very different, their motivation is very, very different, and so the results would be very different. Right? Let's say I have a little Buddha statue here, and out of disrespect, I take a shoe, put it on the Buddha's head, out of complete disregard and disrespect. Right? So that would be considered, it's probably not very good karma, just because of the mind state of disrespect. Something that is just a symbol. It's just a symbol, but you're disrespecting a symbol of enlightenment. Now, let's say the same Buddha is there, and say if we're inside, but someone's doing some plastering work, and there's dust going everywhere, and I'm afraid that the Buddha's going to get dirty or dusty, so the only thing I have, I'll reach quick, I take a shoe and put it on top of the Buddha to help protect it and keep it clean, out of a sense of respect. Right? So you have almost the exact same action, but completely different motivations. So if I cover it out of respect, even if I use a shoe, then that's it's going to be wholesome karma. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like every moment there's an opportunity for a new moment of intention and the karma that we're making. Right? So at the time that we have, let's say we're just meditating, and suddenly there's a memory or a thought, and then anger comes up with that thought. So at that time, the mind is in an unwholesome state. If we dwell in that unwholesome state of mind for, say, 5 seconds, okay, that's 5 seconds of unwholesome karma. Right? We're dwelling in it. As soon as mindfulness is strong enough, then we catch it. And we recognize, oh, that's just a thought. It's just a thought, and that's just an emotion. Right? That's wholesome already. Okay. Mindfulness is a wholesome state of mind. Now we might not yet be able to let go of it. I'm thinking, there's that thought, there's that emotion. I know it's unwholesome, but I'm still stuck in it. Can't quite get rid of it. Say, okay, well, what am I holding on to? What am I attached to? Or just be patient, keep breathing, just be patient. Right? That's all right effort. Right? That's all right effort and wholesome karma. And then it will disappear eventually.
It's kind of a balancing.
So every moment is an opportunity for wholesome or unwholesome to arise. That's when you start to realize this is a full-time job. It's a full-time job, you know. It's like maybe going fine for a while, wholesome states of mind, and then we get a bit careless and realize, oh my goodness, you know, now I've been thinking about unwholesome things creeping into us. You really have to just keep watching and watching and watching. And that takes a lot of energy in the beginning. It's kind of hard work, because we're used to being distracted. And every time it's distracted, come back, just observe, recognize, okay, that's what it is. But as our minds settle down and become more peaceful, it becomes easier and easier to do that. And just have like a continuous observation. Part of the mind is watching over the rest of the mind, right? It's just watching, and, you know, even if it's just relatively calm, peaceful, that's already good karma, right? It doesn't have to be, you know, dwelling in, bubbling over with blissful loving kindness all the time, right? Even just being calm, peaceful, clear, that's already good karma. But just keep watching, because it's easy to become complacent. It's like, okay, nothing happening, just watching. Eventually, there's a thought and a memory with anger, but then we catch it quickly and not much of a problem. Right? If we're not mindful, if things are kind of peaceful, but then we become a bit dull, not so clear anymore, foggy, before we know it, our minds are lost in some story, you know, fully immersed in some long story full of thoughts and emotions and intentions, and it's like, oh, what happened? Last thing I remember, I was like clear and aware. What happened? Right? So you start to see how much vigilance is required. You know, just watching. I mean, vigilant in a relaxed way, not like stressed out. But vigilant in a relaxed way, just, you know, watching moment by moment, moment by moment. And then as soon as something unwholesome starts to happen, you're like, and then it just evaporates, not a problem, and you just carry on. Unless you're a very special individual, it doesn't come easily or naturally for most people. Right? But we all have the potential. So that's why it does become easier and easier as time goes on. It's not directly related to memory, but memory and mindfulness are certainly related. So often it's just remembering to practice. Right? While we're in the midst of being with other people, or working, or whatever you're doing, shopping, right? Fixing dinner, just remembering, oh, okay, I can still practice right effort. Just remembering, I can still practice here. Remember to check. Am I breathing in or am I breathing out? Just remember, check, is my mind wholesome or unwholesome? What is my state of mind right now? Right? Sometimes it's not even clear, even when we try to figure it out. What am I feeling right now? Is that wholesome or unwholesome? Right? And gradually we become better and better at it.